Welcome to BASED. Today we will be discussing how to build retrieval augmented generation systems to make your AI highly accurate. Listen, if you're a business owner or an operator, controlling your data and actually leveraging it properly is going to be your ultimate competitive advantage over the next decade. Here is what's on our agenda today. We're going to look at the AI memory problem, define exactly what RAG is, and then break down the three core pillars of implementation: data cleansing, vectorization, and advanced prompting. Finally, we'll take a quick look at the future of data. Section 1, the AI memory problem, and the catch. To really grasp the value of this system, we have to define the critical flaw in standard language models. Imagine hiring the smartest assistant in the world. They've got a genius-level IQ, but there is a massive catch. They cannot retain a single piece of your proprietary company information. And worse, when they don't know an answer, they just confidently hallucinate and lie to you. In business, these hallucinations are a major liability. They can damage your reputation or completely violate compliance. Now, you might be thinking, well, I'll just fine-tune a model directly on my own data. Sure, you could try that, but fine-tuning requires massive computational resources, and it can cost upwards of $50,000 just to get started. And the kicker? That data becomes outdated the very second your business evolves. Thankfully, there is a far more accessible, cost-effective, and dynamic alternative. Section 2. What is RAG, the operating system for your data? This brings us to the operational foundation of the modern AI-native business. RAG, which stands for Retrieval Augmented Generation. It serves as the core operating system for your data, ensuring that your AI's responses are tethered entirely to reality, not just statistical probability. It allows an AI to remember, learn, and respond intelligently by retrieving exact source information first. Think of it this way. Instead of forcing a brilliant librarian to memorize every single word of every book in a massive corporate library, RAG simply hands them a precise index card. When you ask a question about a specific HR policy, the librarian doesn't guess from memory. They instantly use that index card to locate the exact book, flip to the exact page, and quote the exact sentence. The framework is incredibly elegant, and it completely bypasses the standard limitations of an AI's context window. Step 1, the system retrieves the specific document. Step 2, it augments your original prompt with that precise, factual context. And step 3, it generates a flawless, mathematically cited answer. So let's explore how we actually build this. Section 3, data cleansing. Pillar 1. Let's dive into the Rule of 3 implementation framework. The effectiveness of your architecture begins and ends with the data you feed it. You can build a system using nearly any internal data source imaginable. We're talking static PDFs, automated meeting transcripts, internal wikis, and customer service email inboxes. But here's the million-dollar question. Is your unstructured business data actually clean enough for an AI? Imagine handing a Michelin star chef a bunch of rotten ingredients. No matter how skilled that chef is, the final dish is going to be terrible. Feeding an AI unverified, messy data will inevitably yield garbage outputs. It requires rigorous systemic purification. To execute at an elite level, you literally have to cleanse your data before it ever enters the database. That means running automated scripts to strip out sensitive, personally identifiable information, things like social security numbers or private health data. You have to fix phonetic transcription typos, extract all those useless conversational filler words from meetings, and critically install guardrails to block malicious prompt injections. Only absolutely pristine data survives this phase. Section 4. Vectorization. Pillar 2. Okay, once your data is perfectly clean, we move to organizing it for mathematical retrieval. This is vectorization, and it's often the most overlooked step. Vectorization is effectively your digital filing clerk. The quality of your embedding model is the difference between relying on a disorganized intern versus having an elite executive secretary filing your data. If you use a basic model, retrieval is sluggish. You absolutely must leverage top-tier, structured models. Here's how the mechanics actually work, and it's quite brilliant. The system chops your cleansed data into specific, overlapping chunks, let's say 1,000 characters at a time. It then converts those text segments into incredibly long, unique numerical codes, placing them into a vector database. This creates an easily searchable mathematical map. When a user asks a question, the system converts that query into a matching number, instantly retrieving the most relevant chunks of data. Section 5. Advanced Prompting. Pillar 3.
Now, even with pristine data and elite vectorization, you're leaving immense performance on the table without advanced prompting. In an enterprise-grade setup, a query does not go straight to the database. Instead, it moves through a specialized multi-step pipeline designed to aggressively optimize the request and filter results before the user ever sees an output.
We accomplish this by adding a specialized AI subagent that acts as middle management. Its sole job is to rewrite the user's initial question. If a CEO asks a vague question, this subagent instantly expands it into a semantically rich query, dramatically increasing the accuracy of the database search. We then employ a final re-ranker model to evaluate the retrieved documents and select only the absolute highest quality matches. Finally, you have to explicitly instruct this prompt architecture on its operational boundaries. Do you want a local strict system that is restricted to quoting exact internal compliance documents with zero deviation? Or do you need a global augmented system that freely synthesizes your internal corporate data with broad external strategic advice? Defining this boundary dictates the structural integrity and compliance of your entire AI output. Section 6. The future of data beyond simple text. As your reliance on AI deepens, these capabilities are going to extend into highly complex ecosystems well beyond simple text documents. While traditional RAG handles text beautifully, it struggles with interconnected databases. This is where Graph RAG and integrated SQL querying come in, allowing you to extract complex relational trends, like cross-referencing customer churn against engineering timelines. At its core, mastering these three pillars transforms static, idle company files into dynamic, highly profitable business intelligence. Retrieval augmented generation is the operating system for the future. It drastically cuts costs while elevating your operational capacity to unprecedented levels. So, are you ready to build an AI that actually knows your business? That is all for today. If you enjoyed this video, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe.